What is happening, everybody? It is xRellic here. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. This is going to be a 14-0 ACR Search and Destroy gameplay on the map Fallen. And I didn't join until the second round, and I made my way into the game in the second round and ended up going 14-0, so that's not too bad. I thought I'd talk a bit about what I like to use on my Search and Destroy classes. Just every option that I usually go through, especially for perks, is what I kind of wanted to focus on. And realistically, why I always use Specialists, because you guys will never see me using Support or Assault in my Search and Destroy gameplays anymore. I just never use them. I have Specialist on all my classes, and everything is set up for Search and Destroy. So I kind of wanted to break it down a little bit. In the first slot, you will always see me using Extreme Conditioning Pro. And that is because I have no real comfortability with moving around the map in Search and Destroy, where it's all about placement and taking control of an area without Extreme Conditioning Pro, because you need to have that sprinting movement to beat or get into position and beat the enemy team to certain control points, and I do not feel comfortable ever climbing anything without Extreme Conditioning Pro. I can't do it. It just makes me feel really uncomfortable and really vulnerable and really slow. So that's why you'll always see Extreme Conditioning as my first perk. Second perk, I will probably 75 to 90% of the time have Assassin on there, just because of all the people who like using portable radars, UAVs, everything like that. It just it makes me feel really comfortable running around the map using Assassin. And if it's not Assassin, probably the other 10 to 25% of the time, it's going to be Quick Draw, never anything else. It's always those. And it's Quick Draw because that is the one perk that I feel really gives you an advantage in Search and Destroy when it comes to offense, and Assassin is obviously the defense kind of perk. When it comes to Quick Draw Pro, it's all about winning the gunfights, as well as throwing your nades faster and reducing your the time that you're vulnerable for in that kind of stage of throwing the grenade. So those are my two perks, and kind of why I use them. I take Assassin defensively because I like to stay alive. I'm comfortable without the with the quick snapping of the aim down sight. I'm comfortable winning a gunfight without that. I can do that. So I kind of give that up for a little bit of safety. And the third slot is where it gets a little bit interesting. There are realistically I would say there's 5 options for me, and it's all 5 perks. It totally depends on what kind of gun I'm using and what kind of playstyle I feel like running realistically. The first, I would kind of say that 60 to 70% of the time I'm running either Dead Silence or Sit Rep, and the difference between the two is really what I kind of want to use that day. Sit Rep, I never camp in corners and kind of wait for people to run by and sound whore them. But at the same time, it gives you a lot of awareness about your surroundings, and since a lot of people run Sit Rep, you're not losing a lot by not using Dead Silence. So Sit Rep is something that's really advantageous to use, but at the same time, sometimes it's nice to go back and try and play Search and Destroy like it was meant to be played, and that is with Dead Silence. And you just feel like a complete ninja running around the map without being able to hear your own footsteps. Sometimes it's a little depressing that you get killed and they're using Sit Rep and they sound horde you. It's a bit of a bummer having that, but at the same time, it just makes you feel like a beast when you can go ham and kind of take out the enemy team just by being a ninja assassin, essentially. But at the same time, the other 3 are really good options. Marksman, obviously, for any long-range gun, when you kind of figure out that the enemy team hasn't been using Assassin for a couple games, that's when you want to throw on Marksman on a gun like the ACR, a sniper rifle, the M16, something like that is what you want to use with your Marksman. And you can really just take advantage of that and long range, pick people off, catch them running across the map, and I don't know why, I have better aim with it. Even when I see them running across the map, I can kind of track them better with, past my scope. Sometimes the scope gets in the way. I can track them a lot better with Marksman on. So I recommend using Marksman if you kind of find that they're not running Assassin. Stalker is just a little bit of a switch up when you are rushing in and you want that mobility increase. I don't use it a lot, but I would say it's fun to switch it up sometimes using it. And Steady Aim, It's a great thing for shotguns. You get your gun up faster if you have Steady Aim Pro, and I really recommend it if you are running into a lot of close gunfights sprinting. And then specialist bonus, I guess, is what I should add in there. Whatever I have on the third slot, I will always need dead silence and sit rep in either the third slot or in the specialist bonus. So if I have one of the other 3 options in the third slot, I will definitely throw in those 2 in my specialist bonus. If one of those is in there, then there will probably be the other one, and you'll see quick draw or assassin, whichever one I'm not using in the second slot, and most likely you'll see sleight of hand, just because that is a nice little boost to your kind of movement and readiness in the actual game. You can reload faster, you can swap guns faster, you can win a couple more gunfights like that. So I hope you guys kind of see why I use these perks and why I find them advantageous for search and destroy. I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and hope you guys are going to kind of use those things to your advantage. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Because it was on the other side.
Victory. Good work, comrades.